yeah, games about so this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, you know, I may start from the Spanish La Liga. Now, of the weekend, Real Madrid and Barcelona, you know, more competing for the title, no. Ebo against the two teams almost Spanish La Liga and more the ball of empire. The last but one and the last team no money in the kind. Now she married the copy mo Jose Zorilla Stadium against a team and a man could inform throughout. Now it was a game. She the Madrid for na in recent times and a choir of Mafaso a raise or more the ball in terms of goal scoring. Now we expect it against a side that omobody so baby and me can say game na ebe koso no there also obi am na ni ko how the lives of Lucas Rosa, Lucas Perez, obi etise Torre and then Abranti FN Javi Sanchez. E ko on be first was stop the front line of Madrid team no, but unfortunately you know oman team and stop and she Madrid team how Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe in the absence of Vini no how almost combine ya omo the balls net to at them. Mbappe first go no. Look at the second as well. She penalty no nya no na she kon ofa so e the ball no eto atrem. Nti eye game a Madrid for omo amre so omo betim the ball na to atena because in some games ni be open who so almost struggles e omo say team ni more the ball from there. But this time omo team nya the balance na no obi e ka say omo mesiden so what Juda in the last 5 games for Real Madrid Juda free left her. Waba the usual central position no be anim say eno na di bono and eno ne ade a all rotating mid under Carlo Ancelotti this time and said you Kylian Mbappe and light the night no e mo be who say Mbappe form no see na ye check and the buyer na all struggler no nya confidence e mo no and he clearly won the day for Real Madrid. Barcelona on the other hand na ye din komo na ye ka say Valencia fo nko ya no makobo Gary Neville din. But Gary Neville free hoko yache. After Gary Neville oma appointi coach ti bebrebe. E dia ba bedu omo former player. E ya Abrante FN Robin Baraha. Pasejo Peter Lemi pompe sika into the team. Se players ne bi san so a no say ja kwa amomko. Into Valencia femo kwa na sejo eko. And in the game against Barcelona, no be any so the ball against Madrid with a new rivalry to me about the Spanish La Liga. No be any so big give Barcelona a good run for their money. Barcelona and yes, the Kokosi here and Ra. Say Barcelona team no, they were too tough, they were unreal, they were unplayable. Now playing against Valencia no, the number of goals the go or Martinem, now different scorers the buy. Lewandowski for a long time, Yabonechia. Ferran Torres, Jane Feche, Fermin Lopez, Rafinha, and all the guys are Barcelona a resounding victory. And in the last 2 games, she gave Momokobo against Benfica. She go to do a Barcelona and she said, against Valenciano, she goes to do a match. On a good day, the Barcelona team look unplayable, especially against the big teams. And this is in Russia. Apart from Atletico Madrid, the Omulusu to ATM, no, said all the big games. Barcelona team modeno. She against Valencia Roma 7. Omo Bayern 4. Omo Madrid 9 in 2 games. And you know she acquire omo faso ede Sevilla and so etime faso. Inti Hansi Flick team na duma na kabidie because the pace Madrid the day corner no se. But Barcelona team do on a good day look unplayable. Antonio Conte gusu eye adwuma na o kire why ni modebo so ani na a game against Juventus when you almost shoot, especially on defensive backline, no, say the city. But playing against Napoli, now she Napoli so big game some about this season. She come fast to coach Atlanta in Bergamo and against a defensive lion. Now no nyesi bebrebe no. E wo musa Randa Colomwani on making a derby in the Italian Serie A benya go Edimetima your friend Juve. But you know, look at the comeback from Andriy Zambu Agiza and who else again? It is Romelu Lukaku. And a onya penalty ultimately share by 2-1. Conte team now will say the pace Inter Milan de banana washe. And it's all person oko wani mudia. Then the big games no games also team man what the boss any and you know omo team win by 2-1 against the old ladies of Italian football. We a goal no from Randall Colomwani. The first game for Juventus and onya the first goal no. But I need enough omo ebetimi the shitty my friend in Napoli. For AC Milan, you can only praise them for the comeback because against Parma in the last 10 minutes of the game, no beer himself Milan lose. But look at the comeback Omunyaye, Abraham Modebeshe by 3-2, and look at the last goal from AS Samuel Chukwueze. And Milan, not a difficult game for them, but the Omwa game no be difficult. But here no dear. Now say at least if there was anything to carry the day, it should be AC Milan. And said you Milan won by 3 goals to 2. And she will be to take Christian Pulisic. You know, he's one player who is performing very well in the Italian Serie A this time. English guys now you know and for me, if there is one player apart from Rafaelio Yebeka in the Serie A no na ya Bonabaswa, I think that Christian Pulisic deserves that kind of accolade. Sejo to the Premier League. As usual, Chelsea and Manchester City game ne baso. Now after game no Ote and Sema Bibri Eka, Robert Sanchez and Yane die, Claude McLean former player say Muhia shield. Obiso kasa mo attack ni very weak. Chelsea a story no general a story a de bia ye carry. Na nsem na ye kana department e wo football man ase areas. E wo football mo no enya de se ehia Chelsea. Department bia ye important. But your department bi wo ho age no a e important e ba bi bebrebe. Football e one shot ye show. Se wo one shot ye show nti enema mienu. Eye kwan abefa so asi go ne ho kwan. Ene kwan abefa so ahye go. Nti se me kasa de then the department ne nipa na odapo no. Ene nipa na obobo ne hye do. E ho the two areas are very very important. And say do so here Chelsea over reliance on Robert Sanchez after signing 8 goalkeepers. Na bibi Chelsea nya ready. Se ba bi o mo fans. Ene nipa e wodidi o Chelsea team ni mu wo se o mo betim di team na duro don be duro. You know, this is a team that have seen Peter Cech and Courtois, and they've declined to the level of Robert Sanchez. And said, "You the team no on the field of play no." And ya dear say, "So person will compete here, goalkeeper we am not that confident to compete." Chelsea at first goal, Manchester City about game no bebre, which is very normal because obini ne master na Asia. Na ne master na wa Asia no, or the same star na Osia from the hono or the Akosia no. And you don't expect anything different. But at least the errors are across what Chelsea team no say general. So man prevent here. Baby obi apeso omudu no mundu. And one area and Amaka say goalkeeper Robert Sanchez consistently the errors no general is unpardonable. She can't fast to consider the second goal. So here no free wa. Claude McLean want to share about the shield in midfield. But I think it has to do with the arrangement, the disposition, and the rules are the players in midfield. We are not about Beshe anymore. Chelsea lack personality up front. Nenye news. 28th minute. Bon na Nicola Jackson Bush keeper in some of them. You know, so person will compete now. Ko when man sa chance we will be in what person. But Bobo make keeper of them. Into 2 important areas. Yenche any your best ama Chelsea no. Say you still Chelsea near who juma. Now the most annoying part of it all is that omo dey ba be dey with team. Because areas are almost strengthened. Omunya hu bibia. Garnacho is not a player who will give you 10-20 goals a season. Into Aurelio De Laurentiis kind. I say player now must mean 70 million enko fan no. Will he offer me 20 goals a season? I'm saying no. I say then that player doesn't deserve that amount of money. Into Sergio Nicola Jackson that breho no. Mu hia obi. Na mu team no mu nyoma de so mu kofo obi. Anti mu be endi on sa. But in all you give it to Manchester City. Just go video try several times. With the what screen so here. Just December ya. Not Chelsea second on the league table. December ya, you know, when ye bosome na ya say. December ya. Not Chelsea second on the league table. We are in January and Chelsea is 6th on the league table.
Now your point difference.
The point between Liverpool, yes.
December.
Yes.
Never compare now.
Yes. And the team shall revenge here. And the last time I came, I say Chelsea one more tough they should consider replacing Enzo Maresca. Not Chelsea fans didn't tell me, but gradually I'm more buy it to myself and American. He said, "Yo, that is Chelsea for you, but you give it to Manchester City." On as I said, no more bread defensively, but almost make everyone next, no control proceedings, maintain possession, and she rule now. Pep Edema just go with the ano. I was shocked. Say James cinema do can you allow a brand and a man boss I born now compensate the point. A fullback who is playing finally as a striker. Anytime be a bones a titty bed. But as I said, Chelsea were a long way to go.
Yeah.
If they fail, says areas no more beat me as strength. But Mamouche, you know, with time, Obia behind the Mamouche now I can't want them. Ni pace, your Jibon no the back and confidence level. A very good player. Initially, now press will beat me as you go. One team now, but I think he will be a perfect addition to the City team.
Sanchez, yeah. I don't know. The least said about him, the better.
Yes, you know.
Yeah. This was the first time I said.
Why you be pray? And
or the goals need to chow.
Or the chichas, born now money I bring all the chiche. And a born so I dear ya umpanji now strike a bit me a ball as 10 times. Say keep away mistake back on your shower. Obia be count the anisa, sana about it.
Yeah.
And come up a goalkeeper, more papa, Timoko fan and come off papa. 8 goalkeepers, none of them is good enough. I'll beat me to Robert Sanchez. It's you know you have a long way to go.
Okay. Kopama so name was some goals from more difficult angles and positions. HNW.
Yes.
The reason of person or the born Mike Jackson or Solomon Jackson are yawning net. It will go over the bar.
Born cannon sound on the match. I was shocked. Maybe it was an issue and I had this guy said the enema Kupama a passable because just last week you go now share.
Yeah.
The offending and I.
Yes. More difficult positions.
You know, one thing about Kupama is that upon all the noise about him, he's struggling in big games. He drew big games now this season here no. It was a day I think it's a Chelsea attack now. Jadon Sancho there, he only comes good when the team is playing well. Well, we are not here. The team nim koye now expect Sancho near Bibia, unya from him. That is how he is. Now Arsenal, ebo against Wolves. The mentality Arsenal they bought against Wolves and any idea and MPP, ni per expect say Arsenal a bedanity. A 42nd red card to Lewis Kelly. No bien him say team a friend Wolverhampton e be ku Arsenal. But you know they hold it to their fault. They played very well, they were composed, and almost tried to win our first goal until John Gomez ever been a red card. Until Arsenal so ya bo mechi ade, but at least almost back second no, said you almost so tres at least obo betimi stay or Liverpool there, you find it very difficult to stop them. Looking at the number of goals and the firepower and the options they have in attack. But Arsenal for me they did well against Wolves. Wolves need team anybody but so any. But you to get red card now be born to that level there, that character. Because ball and then full of my born the first half. No? The question I was asking myself and I said, Man United and Casada Bay, because in the first half it was Fulham, Sasa Lukic, and then Serge Berge controlled everything. Bruno was a bit struggling in the central midfield position. Ugarte was okay, but in the final third, one and a bit me Miki Amen Diama. But in all you give it to Lisandro Martinez. Since a year coach your friend Ruben Amorim by on so ade ba call dia kan game no say oba nanimu a otimi the ball to atena na otimi ya assist.
Okay.
And he realized that Ben Leno in a good position. And you know ball na otimi the ball to atena. In the final minute no be any say full and better can because ball no mo ball nehu. But the small boy from Manchester, she come fast so he ball in free line so na Genoa. She United the Queen come fast so enya second goal from Aye Amad Diallo. It is Sergio. That is it for the weekend.
Okay.
And I think United did very well. So
maybe I'll answer question here. I'm not about to cry in this year. I'm a patrol land service town anyway. And the Kerm wrote on his Facebook that he's gradually giving up on Hansi Flick. I want to know if he's still giving up or has changed his mind in relation to Manchester United and for Coach Ouattara of Accra Hatchofok. I will still say he's not a good coach. Patrol land service town. Though they Abraham and so I don't know. Hansi Flick. Now you say gradually. Who giving up on him? Still I don't.
Valencia league na yebon you know money last but one.
Okay.
League na yebon.
Mameni